Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. In today's video, going to be using, of course, another Festival DIANE team, and using something that I've definitely used something similar to this. I think it was in the first video. I used pretty much the same team, but alongside the Trader Meliodas, and I honestly thought this DIANE would work better with Trader Meliodas than she would with King. I mean, pretty much every other unit in the game has done so, but I've done a couple showcases with her alongside King now, and she works a whole lot better. I mean, it makes sense, right? And then, of course, having the Valentine's Day Moleskula just be an amazing unit. I feel like we'll do pretty well in today's showcase. Unfortunately, I haven't actually built into her passive having the extra lifesteal, so it is just regular HP defense rolls, nothing too crazy, so the team could be even more powerful, but we'll hold down it a little bit. It's not like I'm holding back or like don't have the materials or anything. I don't know, I just don't feel like it's super worth. Let me know if you guys think otherwise. Who knows, I might still go ahead and build the lifesteal set, but if you guys don't know how this DIANE works, the first card here inflicts pulverized damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. If the hero has 4 or more ultimate move gauge orbs, remove 1 orb from the enemy's ultimate move gauge. The second card here assumes a stance for 3 turns, which increases HP related stats by 30% and taunts enemy. The ultimate here, which is only 2/6, I know I still need to get a couple more dupes, but with the fact that we have the collab coming out soon, I'll probably hold off. Inflicts coil damage equal to 480% of attack on all enemies, then heals HP of all allies by 5% of damage dealt. And last but not least, the passive, when taking damage from enemy, increases the hero's damage dealt by 10% up to 50%, combines up to 500% of damage taken by skills and skill effects, then increases damage dealt by 20% of the accumulated amount, then decreases all allies damage taken by 40% whilst the stance is active. We do of course have the HP defense set for DIANE there. Rolls aren't nothing super crazy, and then jumping over to the closet, pretty much maxed out. But yeah, this team we're using today, nice to have Zolgis in the back again. We used Guild Thunder in yesterday's showcase, and I don't know, the drop in CC is just so goddamn much, but yeah, let's jump right into it. But I mean, in saying that as well, the sheer amount of just like extra tankiness we had in yesterday's showcase when using the guild, granted, of course, we did have the Valenti passive and all that other kind of stuff coming into effect. I was honestly really surprised at like, I could definitely see the difference in him, that's for sure. What are we gonna go for here? A Margaret Barnes setup. Okay, 1, 2, and I think we might just hold on to the extra king card for the time being. We should be right. He's pretty much forced to use like buffs with this team. And with that being the case, we can pretty much use the king ultimate and completely clean up. In saying that, that Barn ultimate being like that close so early, we'd have to kill Escanor. Oh, sorry, we'd have to kill Escanor. We'd have to kill Twigo to get through to that one, so could be a little scary, especially if he has a 6/6 Barn and he can just have the amplify effect. Granted, the King's Shield is grey, so might not have to worry about that. Definitely a really strong team though. I definitely see him getting the merger at the start there really helped him out as well. What do I want? I really wish I had an extra king card. Being able to get like an extra attack in before that one would be nice. I think I might just go ahead and chuck this out for the time being. Pretty much just praying that the King Shield keeps us alive. Really don't like this being the first match. This is honestly a real scary opponent. Not too bad damage from DIANE there either. Okay, moment of truth. Can King survive? We do have, of course, the... Ooh. Hello there. I've been having heaps of problems actually with that. There's like a audio wheel on my keyboard. For some reason, it just keeps randomly changing, like, whilst I'm doing stuff. But let's see here. Heart Crusher card coming out. I'm guessing he's just going to use the Barn ultimate. Oh. Damn, I really would have preferred him to use that Margaret one. Can King survive this? He's type advantage, but King is an extremely squishy unit. Okay, never mind. King holds up. I take it back. Okay, with all these buffs as well. Granted, we don't have any debuffs on us or anything like that, but let's go 1, 2, and I think I might just go for this to get the merger there, extra card draw. Let's see, that is quite a few debuffs from King. Surely 1 million attacks there, right? He's 6/6. Holy. I don't think I've actually seen King hit that hard before. And I mean, what a way to start off the video. I mean, I know we are supposed to be showcasing DIANE, but like, if it wasn't for the DIANE taunt, they could have probably just broken the shield with the Barn ultimate and then just single targeted with Margaret and he would have been fine anyway. So DIANE definitely played a huge part in us winning that match. Yeah, not a crazy amount we can go for in this first turn though. Obviously we want to hold on to the DIANE cards because if I can merge them and get more ultimate gauge for her, her card's going to be getting a lot more of an effect out of them anyways. Definitely going for Meliodas first here though. And no extra king cards or DIANE cards. I mean, we did get the extra taunt, but nothing we can really merge either. Ugh. And like the melee team by no means is a team you want to stall with. Granted, he isn't going for the double single targets here, which is definitely like a misplay on their behalf. If you're using melee, especially in PvP, PvE, any sense, you always want to be proccing that second part of his passive. You can have like just a mediocre amount of the blue buffs, but it's always about maxing out the grey buffs first. Yeah, once again, really not too sure what to go for. I think I might just keep sending into the Meliodas just to kind of like chip him down as much as possible. That way when we also use that single target power, we'll be one step closer to the merger. A bit closer to some ultimate gauge, but honestly reckon, I did say this in the original video when using DIANE with like the Trader Meliodas and Moleskila, but just with how strong the units are, I figured this would probably be the best team for DIANE. In saying that though, yesterday's Patience team, like the Immortal kind of build, I was honestly really happy with that as well. Like a little bit more testing, and I could probably like put my finger on one. For some reason, I don't know, I pictured even at 6/6, the Valenti doing a little bit more damage. I'm not too sure why. I remember using her previously and like having her ultimates frequently one-tap units, and I was super surprised at the time. But I don't know, she didn't seem to do as much yesterday, but that's alright. Yeah, the low ultimate gauge here really killing us. Granted, we do have Moleskila ult next turn. She is 2/6. I do remember her ultimate being fairly strong as well though, so we should be alright. Another taunt up on the DIANE. The 2-turn taunt from the level 1 is just so important. Like, don't get me wrong, having like an extremely strong taunt when it comes to like the defense increase and everything like that is really good, but not having to use one every turn is probably more important. And like with power creep and stuff like that happening, look, we get the Sariel who gets the 2 turns, only second one, and then look, only a couple weeks later, we get the DIANE getting a 2-turn on her 1-star. Granted, it's a little bit weaker and it doesn't counter and all that kind of stuff, but units are definitely getting stronger, that's for sure. I mean, look at Trader Meliodas, and we are about to get 1, 2, and I mean, Melios is an AoE ultimate, so we're definitely going for him, but can Moleskila even kill here? Oh god, maybe I should have used the ult drain card. He has a crazy amount of blue buffs. Not a crazy amount, but a strong amount of blue buffs on him, yeah. I mean, hey, let's just, fingers crossed the King Shield holds up. If so, I mean, DIANE's got a crazy amount of those grey buffs on her. Okay, melee ultimate coming in first. Surely he's like 1/6, right? Okay, King's still alive, that's the main thing. Don't go for Gotha second. Oh, okay, we really need to pray. He has like a 1/6 Gotha and DIANE tanks through this. Oh yeah, no, we've lost. GG's, I mean, after such an amazing first match, I was kind of expecting, well, wasn't expecting, but I knew this would happen eventually. But that's what happens. I mean, you have that terrible card draw, the melee builds up a little bit, each becomes invincible, and a mirror match, well, not a mirror match, but same team as we versed in the last match. We can rush King Ultimate, turn 2, going second as well, we're going to take quite a bit of damage, and we also wouldn't be able to go for the DIANE taunt off the bat, which would be a little annoying. I think I might actually go for the play where we get the extra card draw, going like the double DIANE cards into this King card here. Let's see. Not getting crit, which definitely helps her case. But I know the melee single target's coming in after this, so this is where sometimes we're like having the Tamio would definitely help her out a whole bunch. I mean, we could potentially go for Gotha and just try and lifesteal a little bit, maybe. Yeah, why not? Gotha's got the extra ignites. Let's go for this here. She's got like a couple ultimate gauge, especially since we went second and she gets the merger, so I don't know. Let's see. She did take quite a bit of damage in that turn, so maybe like an 80,000 attack stat, something along those lines. 104, Jesus, okay. Almost completely one-tapping Gotha turn 1, or at least for our turn 1. Okay, so we can rush the King Ultimate here. We have enough ultimate gauge on DIANE to actually remove ultimate gauge. Besides that, we also have Moleskila here if we ever need to do that, so we should be fine. That obviously breaking the shield. Don't get me wrong, King and melee are pretty much head and head, but the fact that melee counters King definitely helps his case for being the better unit, and thank God DIANE tanked that. We're probably going to see quite a bit, not as much health as I would have liked, that's for sure. Let's see, let's go 1 and kill Gotha, and actually, let's go for the double and then that one there, and whoever it goes for, I'll be fine with. So that should get rid of Gotha there. Make the strongest shield possible, which is what we really want. I mean, even though the Power Strike was level 1, it'll be stronger anyways. And then melee Escanor doesn't really matter here because we have the King Ultimate. We can wrap up all the... Yeah, look at that. Like, once DIANE starts looking like this, that's when it's like, she tanks, she does damage, put Tamio Link on her, she regenerates as well. Like, she's definitely not a bad festival. Like, I've seen like a whole lot of people like skipping the banner. don't get me wrong, she is definitely worth summoning for. It's more just like, what do you prefer? Are you going to prefer the slime units, or are you going to prefer this DIANE? Don't get me wrong, like, you can pick up dupes for King. I've done like 970 gems, I think, and I've pulled 2 dupes of the King, so I mean, the opportunity is definitely there. Look at that, DIANE tanking that as well. And to finish this off, let's go 1, 2, and 3. What do we reckon for the damage from DIANE here? Honestly, I reckon it's going to be pretty good. Granted, there is no type advantage, which is a little bit of a bummer, but 2-6 as well. Not going to finish any... Killed everyone? Damn, I need to stop downplaying DIANE, and like, so does everyone else. Like, she's such a good unit. It's absolutely crazy, and watch Melly just absolutely bring this back. And I finally got to sink a couple hours into Elden Ring. Granted, it is like a 5-6 hours, but personally don't have like the craziest amount of time in the world. So, hey, I'm definitely still happy with like the time spent on the game. Honestly, I can definitely see where all the hype is coming from. Like, I don't know, I didn't really expect it to be like, I don't know, with how big the reactions are anyways. Like, at that point, like when stuff starts getting like that, you know, there's always going to be people that downplay stuff. So, I don't know, I was really happy with the game. I feel like I'm gonna have to sink my teeth into it just a little bit more to like fully get the experience, but like, I don't know, people are saying like that it's way better than Breath of the Wild, which, I don't know, Breath of the Wild is just, I don't know if any of you guys haven't played Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but that game is such a masterpiece. Granted, I have 100% of the game, so there is that, but who knows, maybe if I 100% the Elden Ring, I'll get that same kind of experience, but let's see here. There's not a crazy amount I want to do in this turn either. Yeah, why not? We'll shock at you. Get the Moleskine ultimate. Granted, we are probably just going to be ultimate sealed most of the time anyway, so we're not going to be able to use it, but as long as we keep throwing out these AoE cards, chipping away at Lily Melon, that's the main thing. Like, we don't have a crazy amount of single target cards either, but like, she has quite a low HP pool just due to the fact that her passive is what it is, the 30% damage cap. So she's fairly weak. Absolutely one-tapping the King of Shield there. That's crazy, but like in the last match, you can have like a full 6-6 King ultimate go off. It'll do heaps of damage, and like level 1 and 2 melee pierce cards will just absolutely blitz it. Kind of crazy what that man's capable of doing. Let's go 1, 2, and is Jacobite Gotha or Amelia more important to kill? Honestly, I'm just gonna go for Jacobite Gotha. Why not? Actually, probably would have been better to go for Amelia. Actually, probably would have like guaranteed myself the kill, being type advantage. Please do enough damage. Oh, okay, yeah, no, we're fine. Like, 2-6, and she's still putting out numbers like this on a HP defense set. Like, definitely not an ultimate you need like a crazy amount of levels in, but like at 6-6 as well, I could see her like one-tapping trader melees like half built up and stuff like that. At this point though, having like the Ram in the back, don't get me wrong, Ram is a staple of the team, but once she comes to the front, she's just, the team is not doing anywhere near as much. And for like those people who were like lucky enough to play during the ReZero collab, if you manage to snatch yourself an Amelia, like making teams like this is so easy. Like, I don't know, like you have the, or even like the next banner that we're getting, the Elaine banner, you have a chance of getting the Blue True Seeker Merlin, and then like, I don't know, just chuck another unknown character. Chuck Goddess Liz on there as well. She works absolutely amazing in the team. Like, it is just so insanely powerful. Let's go 1 and 2. That should keep us fine there. Can't get any mergers either because it's a bronze card and a silver card. To the left and right of the ultimates. Some nice damage from DIANE there. And then some nice damage from Valentine's Day Moleskine. She honestly does really well. Like, look at that for a single target card. Granted, the level 2 ultimate gauge removal card does quite a bit more than the level 1. I don't know why they keep dishing out this same card to so many characters. Like I was saying before, like earlier on in the video, power creep's happening. We're going to see characters get different and stronger variations of cards. When is that going to happen to the alt reduction card? Don't get me wrong, I don't want any like removes 2 ultimate gauge on 1-star cards, but that's just what we might be like, you know, coming up to in the near future. Let's just go full send on King, rush the ultimate, kill Lily Melon, that's for sure. And I think that's onto our final opponent. We've been doing pretty good, other than that second match where we just ended up getting absolutely stumped. Granted, the card draw was just absolute dog water, but hey, still super impressed. If you guys are rocking the DIANE, please use your alongside King. He is just so much better. And he's in the banner as well. And our final victim, what is this? I mean, first of all, like the name, Hakai Shinsik. Okay, yeah, no, I was definitely expecting that to be red Escanor as well. The green Escanor skin kind of threw me off a bit there, but this is actually a really strong team. If he like managed to get like a level 3 Breath of Bless into a level 3 Amplify card, one taps pretty much anything. 1, 2, and let's just go for the yeah, just go for the merge on her. Well, I do actually think we've showcased this video on the team. This team on one of our videos, the Red Escanor. I do remember him getting a couple showcases, especially when I was kind of going through all of the teams with like the super OP amplified team where you have like the OG Alpha with the Holy Relic alongside Sigurd, and you can like pretty much, obviously because he procs the 3 debuffs on all enemies, you get the 3 buffs right off the bat, and then you can kind of buff into your amplifier unit and throw out cards, and level 1 cards are just hitting like 200, 300,000 damage. Like that is pretty much just my staple team for ungeared. And like if you're ever feeling iffy about someone having like dodge food, just throw out the Sigurd single target first, and then you can proc that, get an extra buff for melee. It works really, really well. This, however, isn't working crazily well. Not too sure what to do. I just want more king cards. Like, I probably shouldn't have used 2 king cards in that turn in all honesty, but just before he ends up getting his Breath of Bless, I want to try and do as much damage as possible. Could have actually been a really bad decision of mine. We do have the Moleskia shields here though, and we can get a level 3 one, and we did get this king shield. Anyways, here it is, I think. Unless that's a Holy Blade card that's coming out first. Yeah, okay. Level 3, Breath of Bless, and here's where things start getting a little scary. Should Patience if I'm good bombs at least on DIANE. Oh, never mind. And then the Escanor single target. She held up, that's for sure. She held up. Actually, no, we'll rush the King Ultimate. 1, 2, and 3. Also, only level 2 Breath of Bless on the Margaret. For some reason, I don't know why I thought that was a level 3. Go for that there. Just pray to God that Gotha doesn't get a merger on that. Could bring him back to the match. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. We've won this one. Actually, we did drop the taunt on DIANE, and Escanor does also have an ultimate reduction card. The level 2 Cruel Sun does remove ultimate gauge, which I think is what he's going for. Yeah, try and break the shield with that one there, and then he's going to go for the Cruel Sun. Ugh, what a pain. That's the 3 ultimate gauge as well. My oh my. Ugh, actually this looks really bad for us. 1, 2, and 3. Get the Moleskia ultimate. Damn, could he actually manage to bring back this? Like, this is the thing, like Holy Relics, it is kind of Dokkan's version of like an Easy A, or their version of like an Easy A from Dokkan. But at the same time, so many characters just don't get that same effect. Like, Holy Relics are so like situational, and most of the times they are like tied to a specific character. And when I say that, I mean like Escanor will get a Holy Relic, but it'll only benefit the green Escanor and the red Escanor. Like, if you look at Goddess Liz's Holy Relic, for example, it's an extra like 15% shield, like, effectiveness. Also, yeah, that's what the Escanor does. That pretty much means either this is going to be the only Goddess Liz that gets affected by it, or every single Goddess Liz is going to have an ultimate reduction card, which, I don't know, just seems silly to me. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Really want to just get this Escanor dead and out of the way. I'm fine with tanking the go through ultimate, but he should be fairly low after this, especially if DIANE can get like a decent amount of damage out. She's tanked quite a bit, so surely right. She'll also remove the ultimate, which is like the main thing. Please kill, crit. I haven't seen no crit. Hey, there it is, finally. 140,000 on the crit there. And at that point, like Death Pierce or Azal just comes into the front, and we've won the match. Can we get a forfeit maybe? Or if not, I'll just wrap up the video with the DIANE ultimate. But yeah, no, really happy with how this team actually showcased. Definitely expected it to be one of the better teams. I said that when using the melee team. I don't know, it just doesn't work as well. Like, your side units end up taking so much damage, and DIANE is like an amazing tank, don't get me wrong. Like, and her being so amazing, it's just like she ends up being the only one alive, and that's kind of like the problem. And King putting up that shield definitely helps those other 2 units tank a whole bunch more. We could also possibly not be out of the or in the clear here. Sorry. 1. What do I? 1, 2, and 3. Just trying to maximize card draw. No merges there, obviously. That's right. This match is probably going to get super dragged on, so let's just wrap up the video. There we go, and that just about does it for today's showcase. Honestly, if you guys haven't summoned for the DIANE, I'd highly recommend it. The banner is pretty good. Obviously, everyone is wanting the Trader Meliodas, and if you missed out on him, I'm very, very sorry. I'm sure he'll roll back around soon, hopefully when the Light type Mael rolls around, whenever that may be. I'm really hoping it is the next festival. Even if it isn't the Light type Mael, please just don't be an Elizabeth. Please, oh god, I know that's like probably the #1 pick at the moment, but I just don't want to see another Goddesses on top of the meta, especially after last time. But I mean, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.